Back to I Choose Cancer, Part 3. Last time we talked a little bit about going through radiation on the prostate and all the other different things I had going on, and we kind of got through the radiation a little bit into November. October was radiation. Uh, Discussed a little bit of side effects, went through in November. November was all I want to do is sleep month. Uh, you're in bed sometimes 10, 11 hours a night, and you still take naps, and it was rough, but we got through it. So this part, we're going to kind of start out December. So when I started deciding I was going to do training for this 5K idea I had, and through the way, I'm going to throw some numbers, PSA numbers and stuff at you, and I got a few things that's coming off of. I got cancer diarrhea, right, or journal, whatever you want to call it, and so I got some significant stuff off that I want to read tonight too. So I'll be kind of referring to that. I guess let me catch you up first on where I was at with PSA up through October, November. So way back when I had my biopsy, 294. It seems real high, but I've heard of guys being over 5,000. So I guess 294 wasn't terribly bad, but it's bad is bad, but it's not as bad as some. So they went on my treatment plan in end of May. June 6th of last year, I was already down to 14.2. That's 1 month after starting treatment. 294 to 14.2. Unbelievable. About shocked me, Another month later, I'm down to 1.35. That's in July. August, I'm down to 0.7. September, I'm down to 0.22. So I'm approaching the 0.1, kind of the golden area. You kind of want to be under 0.1. Sometimes different undetectables kind of thrown around there. Different places determine different times that they say that. But so that was 9.5. I had that. And I did not have another PSA until 12.5, and that's because of radiation. When you get radiated, it messes everything up, and so the values that you would have got out of it really didn't mean anything. So December 5th, we'll start with that one, where we're kind of going to here. I'm at 0.17 in December. So 294 to 0.17. Pretty remarkable. And we'll kind of hit the other ones as we get in the next year. So December, time to start training for this 5K, and I'm thinking, I loaded up an app on my phone called C25K, which is Couch to 5K, and they say you can do it in 8 weeks, or otherwise it's more known as Couch Potato to 5K in 8 weeks. So I'm thinking, well, okay, I'm definitely not as bad as a couch potato. There's no way. So I'll be conservative. I'll give myself 3 months to do this. I'll be running this thing in 3 months. Yeah, okay, that didn't happen. So I start this, and I think it took me 3 weeks to get through week 1, which is get me into Christmas time in December. And I think I got to week 2 then. I don't remember if I finished week 3 or not. So this is already a month into. I'm 4 weeks into it, and I'm not anywhere close. So I made a decision to change up my routine for January. And let me come back to that in a minute. So we're in December. So we have Christmas. We went through November with Thanksgiving. Had a good Thanksgiving. We had all of our 11 grandchildren in a picture at one time for the first time. Christmas was coming up. A few days before Christmas, I wasn't into it. Wanted to see the grandkids, open presents, and all that. But as far as I was concerned, I don't want anything. I just didn't feel like it. I needed anything. I needed to give something to somebody else, and that was it. And by the time Christmas Day actually happened, where we got around to having presents with everybody, that kind of got off my mind, and we had a good Christmas. But it's funny how, so that was my first Christmas with cancer, and it plays with your mind. This is the mental game. It's all mental, more mental than I think it is physical. But we got through it, and it was a good time. So, time to start getting into, well, actually, just before that, well, I missed this part of it. I, even though way back, like 2 weeks after diagnosis, I kind of said, all right, the Lord's kind of got this thing, and I'm trusting what He's doing, and this, that, and the other. I still, every day, every night, had the 30% 5-year survival stat sit on my shoulder, whispering in my ear. It's like I couldn't shake it. It just was like it was always there. And I went through pretty much all of December with that still happening. And then one day I'm on my treadmill, and I want to show you something here. So in front of my treadmill is this sign that my wife gave me. If I can get it up here in the right spot. So the battle is not yours, but God's. I looked at this thing for weeks while I'm on the treadmill. Remember, okay, kind of got it, yeah, da, 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 da. And finally, one night on the treadmill, it's like, click, the light bulb come on. I said, why am I carrying this little demon thing on my shoulder all the time, worrying about this? And that night, I went to bed, and during prayers, I'm like, okay, God, this one's yours. I, quoted off the sign and said, it's yours. I'm done with it. My cancer is now yours. It's all 100% yours. You do what your will is for it, and that's what we'll do. I'm done worrying about it. Can't do it anymore. And immediately after that, that little stat wasn't whispering in my ear every day. And I'm not going to say I didn't ever think about it again, because I do. I still think about it today, but not that nagging, just, you ain't got much of a chance of making this. That all passed. I also had a thing in December, going to church one night, that one of the lessons was from James 5:7. It was, be patient, therefore, brothers, until the coming of the Lord. And my patience was short at that time. God, I need this done. I need that done. Why aren't you doing this for me? I keep asking, I'm not getting it. There you go. You need patience. The answers will come on His time, not on your time. They will come. They may or may not be the answers you want, but you will get answers. So I had several things like this occur kind of during that month, all for the better. It's good to go get a good lesson from the pastor of what your life should be going, with or without cancer. So that was December. So now we're into January. And I'm like, I am not making it on this app. I'm dying. I'm not getting anywhere. So I thought, let's change up training strategy. I kind of went back to the thought that back in 1982, not so long ago, in boot camp, that I was able to run a 2.25 mile run at the end of boot camp. I wasn't breathing hard or nothing. I ran the hell out of it. And I'm thinking, well, I was in the Navy, so we weren't into calisthenics. We weren't into running. You marched everywhere you went for 8 weeks, but you run your feet all the time for 8 weeks. So I thought, well, maybe I just kind of go back to that thought, and we'll go on the treadmill. We'll try to get into a fast walk routine. And first I was like, well, see if I can do 2 miles. And it wasn't more than probably a week and a half. And I was doing full 5Ks, but I was doing them at 3-point-some miles an hour, which is fairly slow, really slow. But I was progressing. And then once I got there, then I'd raise my speed up, and I'd raise my speed up. I was on the treadmill 7 days a week up until January 29th. And I started having problems with my left hip, which I've got cancer in. And I thought, all right, it's time to back off. So I took 2 or 3 days off and rested before I kind of went back in. And that month, I really need to contribute to Pat Scheffler. Amazing man. Advanced cancer patient also. Lives out in San Diego. His whole thing is positive vibes. His running team was all about that. And he, right at the beginning of January, he started this group, and I got to know him a little bit through Prostate Cancer Support Network from Zero and stuff. He did this group for called 31 Days, and the thing was every day in January, spend a half hour for yourself, work out, read the Bible, meditate, do yoga, do whatever it is that helps you, but every day for 31 days do this. So I'm like, okay. And he invited me into the group. I joined it, and it's like, all right, I'm going to, I'm training every day, 31 days. And like I say, I did it up until the end of the month when I had some problems. So him and his group really, really had a lot to do with that month. And then after that month, February and March, I kind of went back and forth between trying the app again and then trying, just being on the treadmill for a 5K, at a slow speed, and kind of kept working through those. January, my PSA dropped to 0.04 from 0.17 in December. And when my urologist told me that, it was kind of like, I told me I had to say it again because I didn't believe him. I'm thinking, I'm, well below 0.1 and almost, like I said, I just almost didn't believe the fact that it happened. And then we hit February, we went to 0.03, and then we went 2 months instead of every month, and then April was at 0.02, so that's my last one. I was supposed to have a appointment this week. It got moved to next week, so next week I should have a new PSA. You can't get much lower than 0.02. I guess I hit 0.01, but so we'll see what happens with that. So this year started out very well, good attitude, felt good. I was starting to get in shape, had more energy for a change. Still had hot flashes, still have hot flashes, and was going great. And I think February we started our team Facebook page for the run. The run was May 30th. It's supposed to have been May 30th in Joliet for Chicago Zero Run Walk. And talked to my two daughters. They're kind of my lead. My oldest daughter is my team captain. And we thought, well, let's start early. Let's see if we can make some money. And we did pretty good. We I think up through mid-March, we had raised $5,000. And beginning of this, I thought, oh, man, if we could raise $3,000, this would really be nice. Well, here we are, we're at $5,000 mid-March. My second daughter, an unbelievable fundraiser, that does, she's an emergency room RN, her and her husband both, and they're actually traveling RNs for the hospital group. So they go to a ton of different hospitals that this group owns. So she knows every nurse and doctor and ERs and all these. So she has a big contact list, and she was able to raise a lot of money from here and even past this. So I'll kind of touch on here later on. So we did the fundraising, got up to a pretty good number. I'm trying to get family and friends committed to come. Kind of make this a celebration because it's going to be like right after my first year of cancer. And we actually had 40 to 50 people lined up to come to the race, which was like, wow. don't know what happened in March. It's when old COVID decided to stop everything. And towards the end of March, Zero decided to postpone our event because it was going to be on May 30th, and they didn't figure, we're going to be through this yet, which we still aren't. But I mean, we had hotel rooms already set up for people coming. Yeah, my oldest daughter did a lot of work on this, and I'd also been asked by Emily Burns, the chapter race director for the Midwest, and Tracy Cameron, our local race director, if I would do the Andre Mission speaker talk this year, and I was like, sure, I'll do it. So it's a big event. I mean, we're going to have a lot of people there, a lot of fun. I'm supposed to speak, so just huge, and all of a sudden it just went, carpet got pulled up underneath it. And then we waited and waited and waited to find out what they were going to do with it, and took through mid to late April before they rescheduled it to September 19th. So it's like, oh my God, now I'm trying with this goal of mine last year was May 30th. I need to be able to run this by May 30th. So pretty big downer that day. It's one of them days where you're back into thinking, why me, kind of like when you get diagnosed, and, why did this have to move, and why did COVID have to happen, and all this other stuff. And you get over it, I guess. That's the way it was, and there was nothing I could do about it. Nobody else could do anything about it. So we keep moving along, trying to still raise some money, even though we're delayed. But it's like, we're raising money. Let's raise money, and everybody else kind of shut down on fundraising during that first couple of months of COVID, because you had people losing their jobs and just all kinds of bad things happen. So, but we were able to keep our fundraising moving forward kind of slowly, and I always get myself painted into a corner for some reason. And I come off the treadmill one night. Of course, so we're in, this is like probably in, I guess it would have been in April, late April, mid-April. And, can't go get a haircut and everything else. And my hair, well, I don't know if it's quite as long as it is right now, but it was, everything. I didn't have the mohawk at the time. And I come off the treadmill, and I'm hot and sweaty, and I just kind of took my hair and just pulled it up, and it was all standing up and stuff. And I made a comment on our team page that my hair is starting to protest this stay-at-home policy that we were in. And my two loving daughters, I don't remember which one it was, but one of them come right back and posted, well, Dad, you need a mohawk. So now you're going to learn about the mohawk. If you didn't watch the Mohawk for Zero video of mine. And at first I'm like, there ain't no way. I'm 59 years old. I'm not getting a mohawk. But then my other side turned into the fundraising side and said, ooh. So it came back, how much can you raise? If you can raise enough, come up to a number we agree on. If you raise it, we're doing a mohawk. So two daughters got together and said, well, if we raise $500, we'll throw in $250 a piece, $1,000. I thought, okay, that's worth it, $1,000, or $1,000 for Zero. And they posted that's what we're going to do, and this was on a Monday night, and like 5 minutes later, a good friend of my oldest daughter's, it's also a friend of our whole family, but he came in and was like, okay, 500 cash, let's do it. I was like, whoa, this is a little too quick here. It was too easy. So the girls decided to take it to 1,500. We got 1,500 to do the mohawk. Well, I think Thursday we had 1,500, so we're definitely talking to mohawk. And I thought I had just a mustache at the time. I usually have a full beard in the winter, but I was just down to the mustache. And I said, well, raise another 500, take it to 2,000, and you can shave my mustache. Which my two daughters have never, kids have never seen me without a mustache. It's been on since 1982 when I was in boot camp, when it got taken off. And boom. Let's put it this way: by Sunday, before Sunday, we were over 2, and by Sunday, when we decided to do this haircut and shave, we were over $2,500 in like 6 days. So, Dad, that Sunday afternoon, the 2 girls came out, and my oldest daughter shaved me into a mohawk, and the sides were a lot shorter when she did it, so they got to get shaved again here. And it was a full mohawk down the back, which was, really pretty. And my other daughter shaved my mustache off. So that's all on the Mohawk for Zero video. It was pretty comical, some of the stuff. And we had people, we did it live, so there's comments coming in. And oh yeah, everybody was picking on poor old me. Pick on the guy with the cancer. That's okay. We can take it. We're tough. So we got the mohawk, we got, bare face and all that. And I'm thinking, well, it shouldn't take too long. This will grow in on the sides and get rid of that, and mustache will come back. Well, I actually kept my face shaved for like a week or week and a half. And I was actually thinking, well, because everybody's like, oh, you look younger without the mustache and without, your hair different. And I actually had people tell me I look like I was 30 years old, which would be half my age, a little over half. So that was different. But that, I kind of kept going with that, and I thought, I just don't feel so bad. I may keep this. So as you can see, I still have the mohawk. I may keep it forever. I don't know. I ended up going to a goatee on the thing. So that was a good fundraiser for Zero, and it kind of got some other people thinking about doing different things for fundraising. So that was fun. I mean, we had a lot of good times the first part of the year. And then, of course, May's coming up. May 3rd was my diagnosis date. And that was a mixed bag of emotions for that. I didn't know what I felt. I didn't know if I was supposed to celebrate. I didn't know if I should feel like, okay, I've gotten through 1 year, which puts me 1 year closer to my 5 years. Does that mean I'm 1 year closer that I'm going to be dead? Or does it mean, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what to make it out of it. And this was like a week and a half before that I really, really got down with this, just thinking about this. And then it kind of let off a little bit, and the day finally came. I think it was Sunday. And my wife knew it was bothering me, and she got up in the morning and she gave me a big kiss and hug, and everything was okay for the day. So we didn't celebrate, we didn't do anything different. It was just another day, and I don't know. We'll see what second anniversary brings. I just know it was different. It was. I didn't know how to feel about it. That's all I can really tell you. We got through that, and all of a sudden I had stuff going on with interviews. I didn't have interview with Emily for Giving Tuesday, which was May 5th, I believe. And she just did an interview with me about my fundraising and, this weird hairdo and all that. And which was a great time. We had a good time doing that. And the same week I also did an interview with Jeffrey Miller, who now has a radio/TV broadcasting network on the internet. He's also a stage 4 prostate cancer patient like myself. So we're kind of become good friends. And I was involved with an interview with him, myself, and Pat Scheffler that I mentioned earlier. Interview together discussing prostate cancer, which was really neat. I did some other stuff. I'm in a group called Man Up to Cancer, which is all guys with any type of cancer, any phase, any stage, or a male that's been a caregiver to a cancer patient. And they do a lot of times they'll do it like an interview or let you tell your story when we do some Zoom meetings and stuff. So I got to do that around the same time. I was on the Champions page for the Zero newsletter around that same time, and another post thing for Man Up to Cancer. So it was like a month of just like, oh my God, everything's going on, and it just was incredible. And then we kind of come off that, and I kind of went down a little bit because all the excitement kind of went away at one time. It took a little time to kind of adjust to get back to the real world, but it was a fun month. We had a good time with it. Yeah, also came up with the fact I was going to do these videos in May, which we're doing now, because my goal was to do the speaker thing at the race, and then try to get into doing actual live, speakers to groups and things, and men's groups or church groups or whatever. And of course, COVID kiboshed all that, so it's like, let's take this to video for now. Let's at least start getting it out there. Let me see if I got anything else. I kind of got to refer to my notes on this part because I just had so many different things that happened. I guess that's about it with that. Like I said, we ended up, May I did not do a PSA. I'll be doing one hopefully next week. And hopefully getting set up to do a annual scan finally and see what's been going on with me in the last 12 months. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're still up in the air with everything, with the race being moved and all that. We're over $12,000 on fundraising, which has been phenomenal. And let me mention forgot this one. So May 30th came and went. My goal was May 30th to run the 5K. We went to Tennessee the week before that for 6 nights, me and my wife, where we go down and go. We didn't make it last year because of all my stuff going on last year. And when I was there, I decided 2 times to try to do some running. And I did like it was 1.5 miles 2 times. But the hill that the house is on that we stay at is like, there's a vertical like this on it. And I made the mistake of the first run and saying, well, I can run up that hill. Didn't happen. Got partway up and about died and went to walk mode, and it kind of killed me the rest of the race and run. And I did it one other time, and I got back here. Knees were still pretty sore from that. I did run 1.5 miles that Saturday, and then the next Saturday was the actual race day, which didn't occur, but my middle daughter and her husband came up, and we ran a 5K in my little town I live in just by ourselves. Just kind of set up a course around town. My goal was to run it by May 30th. My goal was to come under 37 minutes. I did it in 36:11, so I was ecstatic. But I can't do that more than about once a week. So this last week I did 2 miles yesterday on Saturday. That was enough. So I gotta find my way to keep myself in shape until I get to do the actual Zero Run Walk. Other than that, that's it for tonight. We'll be back on hopefully another week or 2, and we'll be coming shortly into the answer of why this channel is called I Choose Cancer. I don't know if it'll be in part 4. It might be. I don't think I got a lot more to cover. So next time, let's plan on next time. We'll disclose why I had this weird name for my YouTube channel that most people probably can't understand, but we'll try and make you understand it next time. So until then, we'll take care, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.